Hey guys. Now, I'm not really one to get like super political on things. I mean, I definitely educate myself on stuff, but I guess I'm just not one to normally put so much out there. But recently, I just kind of came to a new kind of understanding in my life. I was actually talking to a friend like probably maybe a month, two ago, and they were talking about the election, and they were saying that they were talking to one of their friends, and they barely knew anything about the two presidential candidates right now, and they had no idea what they stood for. And he was just so frustrated that no one was like informed, and that feels like no one makes the decision and no one's gonna vote. And especially like I'm just kind of pertaining this to the gay community that right now that sometimes we can be like we don't. Not I'm like not saying all of us, please don't. I don't want anyone to think that, but sometimes that we can feel like we're not using our voice when, especially this is a lot of it is our fight really right now. And if we're not educating ourselves in that, it can be scary, and it can have its consequences, and we might not like how it turns out. So after talking to him about that and stuff, I mean, I realized, and I didn't even tell him himself, when it was 2008, when the last presidential election, I was legal to vote, but I never registered to vote. I didn't. This was when Prop 8 was on the ballot, and like I remember thinking, in my mind the whole time that like, oh, like I hope it doesn't pass, and like we'd be so happy if like it didn't, and there was equality. And but I mean, I never did anything. Like I thought it, but I didn't go, and I didn't think my voice. Like I was one person. What can I possibly do and say? So it passed, obviously, and so we're not allowed to get married here in California. But I just ever since then, and I don't know if it was exactly this thought, but I've always ever since then I've been involved with so many LGBT groups and rights groups and activism and just every little thing that I can possibly get into. There's the Chart Project, GLAD, even like this past summer, just things like I realized that I put in things like I'll help things like if you go to like change.org and the petitions that they have for whether it was like helping ban the conversion therapy here in California for gay teens, which we did pass. So that's great for us and everyone here, and like trying to pass that in other states, or if it was just like other ones that were like for the Boy Scouts, the mom of the Boy Scouts that wasn't allowed to be it because she was a lesbian. I mean, just things like that. Like if I can put so much effort just voicing my opinion on that and putting my voice out there and helping, because I did in a sense. Like I was one person, but I was another vote, and I put that out there, and I thought about it, and like this upcoming election, there is a lot at stake really to us, and I know gay rights and just human rights in general aren't the only focus in politics and stuff right now, but that's a very important thing to me. And people say like people can say on both ends, straight or gay, that well, it doesn't matter, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But yeah, it's gonna whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But I'd rather have a say on it, and I'd rather try and do something about it than sit back and just let it happen to me. Because just think about that. In life, if you had the choice to help change your outcome, I'm pretty sure you'd do it. So that's kind of what's come to me. So I did. I registered to vote. I guess you can go to rockthevote.com. This was the paper that you get that tells you what to do. I already sent mine in. The deadline here in California is the 12th, so you have like till tomorrow. But you can go online and do that today if you want. But please just get out there and vote and act, because it really is important, and your voice does count. And I may not have realized that 4 years ago, and maybe you're like me and you don't think that it does, but it really does count, and you can make a difference, and we can all do this together. Just don't think that your voice doesn't count, and don't let people just think about it. Don't People are going to vote on how your quality of life is going to be, how you're going to be treated. This is basically what goes down to at this point, to some extent. So just think about it at that, as a gay American. So I think that's really a strong point that's come up to me through this. So please get out there and vote. If you're registered, do please vote. And even if you're not, go get registered. Especially if you're in California, you have a little time. It doesn't take that long. If you can vote for X Factor and American Idol, you can do this. Thanks. Bye.